Hello students, hope you are doing well by the grace of Lord, and I also pray for your safety. Actually, we are going through a very critical situation for this pandemic. As a result, we are to stay at home. I hope you are continuously studying at home regularly. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss a very common topics of grammar named right form of verb. So it is a very important chapter for the students of 9, 10, 11 and 12. Before discussing the rules one by one, I would like to tell you that without knowing tense properly, we can understand this chapter very well. So it is very important to have proper knowledge about tense and how to use tense. So rule number one, we can see subject-verb agreement. The verbs are customarily followed by the subjects and they must agree with the subjects according to their number and person. That means if the subject is singular, the verb will be singular, and if the subject is plural, the verb will be plural according to their change. Rule number 2, the variability of the verbs mostly depends on different tenses of the sentences. A form of verbs depends on the time the action have been performed. That means the variation of a verb depends on the variation of tenses of the sentences. If the sentence is in present tense, the verb will be in present form. If the sentence is in past tense, the verb will be in past form. And if the sentence is in future tense, the verb will be in future tense. That means shall or will and base form of verb. Rule 3. The verbs are also related to the structure of different sentences and clauses. A clause has only one verb. In fact, a clause cannot contain more than one finite verb but can have participles without auxiliaries, infinitives and gerunds. That means a clause only have one finite verb, that means a principal verb, and cannot have any other finite verb in the sentence. If there is any other verb, that must be in participle sense or infinitive sense or gerund sense. In the example, we can see that I wanted to go to the wedding. I wanted. Wanted is the main verb, that means finite verb, and to go is infinitive here. So in the sentence we can't use two finite verb simultaneously. If one is main verb, the next has to be the infinitive or gerund or participle. So in next example we can see the same thing. Swimming is a good exercise to keep your body fit and healthy. Swimming is here gerund, is the main verb, and to keep is infinitive. Rule 4. This rule is all about conditionals. Clauses can be connected by conjunctions and connectors. Some connectors take some specific forms of verbs. Conditionals use the conjunction if, and it has some different sentence structures. So let's discuss conditionals one by one. Conditionals are also called as if clauses. There are two types of conditionals. Number 1, real conditionals, the real conditionals, and the unreal conditionals. What are the real conditionals? We'll know about it now. The real conditionals. The definition is the real conditional expresses factual or habitual conditions which have the possibility to occur in the future or generally occur in the present. That means real conditional means it will happen or it happens and it is about factual or habitual fact. If we see the example, you can see I will go if you give me the ball. That is all about factual. If I feel better, I will certainly play. If you do well in the exams, I will buy you a gift. So, all these are about factual things. This one is called first conditional. Structures of the real conditionals. If plus subject plus simple present tense plus subject plus will, can, may, must plus verb in base form. That means it is called first conditional. So, if plus present indefinite tense or simple present tense plus future indefinite tense. This is the structure. Or maybe it can be like that: subject plus will, can, may, must plus verb in base form plus if plus subject plus simple present tense. If you see the example, the structure will be more clear to us. Example: if I have money, I will buy a phone. If plus I have the money. This is the simple present tense. The next part is I will buy a new phone. That means it is future indefinite tense. So it goes with the structure. So every example is like the structure. I can make you cry if you keep doing that. If he goes there, he may get robbed. If you go outside, you must wear heavy clothes. All these are the example of first conditional. Topic is for habitual conditions. That means that is related to the habit. The structure is like that: if plus subject plus simple present tense plus subject plus simple present tense, or otherwise we can say it zero conditional. That means if plus present indefinite tense plus present indefinite tense. The both clause will be in present indefinite tense. So let's see the examples. If I have the money, I always buy the necessary things. If Alex gets a break, he usually calls me. He works hard if the payment is good. If you see all the examples, you can see that if first half is in present indefinite tense, the next half is also in present indefinite tense. That means all are in zero conditional rules. Next is unreal conditionals. The unreal conditionals express hypothetical conditions which have no possibility to occur in the past, present or future, but describe what could or might have occurred supposedly. That means it is totally unreal. There is no reality about all these sentences. So if we see the examples, it will be more clear to us. If I were rich, I would travel my whole life. As I am not rich, that's why it is not possible for me to travel. So here the example is all about unreal things. If I were rich, I would travel my whole life. Next example: if I had a car, I could go anywhere. Same things happened in this example too. If we had not missed the train, we would have reached the city. Structures of unreal conditionals. Now we'll see the structures of unreal conditionals. If plus subject plus simple past tense plus subject plus would, could, might plus verb in base form, or otherwise we can call it second conditional. If we can see the example, then it will be more clear to us. Example is, if I had money, I would buy a new phone. That means I don't have money, that's why I couldn't buy a phone. This is totally unreal. If I had the money, I would buy a new phone. Next example, if I were the president, I would not support war policies. If he were not ill, he could come with us. If I could play tomorrow, I would definitely win the match. So all these examples reflects the unreal things. So next conditional is for past conditions. The structure is if plus subject plus past perfect tense plus subject plus would, could, might plus have plus verb in past participle form. Or below we can see the reverse things. Subject plus would, could, might plus have plus verb in past form, past participle form plus if plus subject plus simple past tense. If we see the examples, it will be more clear to us. If I had played well, we would have won the match. After if, we can see that I had played, that means it is past perfect tense, and the next clause we would have won the match. Would have, according to structure, there can be seen the use of would have, and after that the form of past participle form of verb are also seen. That means if I had played well, we would have won the match. As I didn't play well, we couldn't win the match. So it is the example of unreal conditionals. Like that, all conditionals, all the examples creates the same sense.